Hi everybody and welcome back on the channel. I just wanted to update you on the news for this week because we have quite a few. So I wrote an article on the website talking about the reception of the game. So yeah, the scores for the game are ranging from 6 to 8 out of 10. So the current Metacritic is at 63%, you know, which is showing, I think, the state of the game. Hopefully the patches will improve that, but I'm not sure the Metacritic will change. But there is quite a difference between the Metacritic of the game and the review that users are giving the game. So I suggest that you guys have a look at this article on the website and also check the game for yourself to make your own opinion. So let's check the next news, which is that the Panzer Dragoon remake is profitable already. So the game has made profit in its first weekend, which is quite, you know, impressive. So that's, no matter what you think of the game, you know, even if you want to see it improved, of course we want to see it improved, but I think it's a positive sign to see that the game is already generating profit. It's a good sign for the future of possibly of the series. So and at least for Zwei. In its first weekend, based on a report from Reuters, we find out that the revenue in one weekend was double that of the game production cost, and that counts the digital sales and the physical pre-orders. So and we also find a confirmation that the game will be published on other platforms, so next platforms, as per their wording. So it remains to be seen which one. We already know it's coming on Stadia, on Steam, on GOG. Maybe it's coming on other consoles, so you guys need to stay updated. Follow us on Twitter, we'll update you on that as soon as we know. And there was a more detailed report from the company itself, which is in Polish. So one of our members on Twitter helped us for the translation. And we actually found out that yes, the game made twice the production cost in one weekend, but if you add the prepayments from their partners, it's actually 300% of the production cost that the game made in one weekend. So all in all, it's an official document from Forever Entertainment. So I mean, we can see that the game is at least financially in a good position. So I think it's a positive news for now, and remains to be seen how Panzer Dragoon Remake 2 development will happen. And in last bit of news, there was an interview of Benjamin Ansum, co-producer of Panzer Dragoon Remake, by a French website. So as you know, I'm French, and I could translate some of the most interesting elements, and I think there are quite a few interesting elements here. So basically, Benjamin confirmed that yes, they pitched the game, but they wanted to stay true to the original, and you know, they didn't feel legitimate to change many things in it. So that's why, you know, the remake as of now is quite true to the original, and they are you know, willing to implement some of ideas from the community based on the feedback. So I think it's important we keep sending them feedback. I think they are working quite hard already on that. We shall see what the first patch, I mean the second patch, because the first patch was already in the pipes before any feedback from the community. So in the first patch, as you know, there is the new soundtrack, etc. A few fixes. The next patch should be focused a lot more on improving performance controls and should be more based on the feedback from the community. But yeah, we learned that, I mean, we already knew that for the most part, but the Megapixel team is mostly based in Poland, and that Benjamin is the only one person based in France. They work with Sega and Saori Kobayashi, who are based in Japan, obviously. This organization seems to be working well for them. But one of the interesting parts is here when they ask themselves, of course, what can we accept in 2020, what can't we accept? But they didn't feel legitimate to modify the game itself or its difficulty. And they bring up a story where they had to, you know, decide how they had to adapt the game to stay true to the original game, especially because the viewing distance in the original game was very low, very shallow, and in the remake, because thanks to new technology, the display distance is a lot deeper. It's 5 to 10 that of the original game. So it caused them problems, and they had to talk to Futatsugi-san. And you know, they had to manage to mitigate and find a solution. So apparently they had tens of choices such as this to do. So I think it's important we keep this in mind when they had to do this remake. I think it's very interesting. Maybe we'll find out more details in the coming weeks, if there are more interviews. It's very interesting, I think, to understand how they worked on that, what they had to mitigate, to adapt, while trying to stay true to the original game. I think it's a difficult task, you know, because some fans want the remake to be very true to the original game. Some would like it to be more modern. It's a tricky task, and I think it's especially tricky since they are not from Japan. They have no original members from the original game working with them, except for a few you know, questions from time to time that they ask to Futatsugi-san or stuff like that. They have to think for themselves, they have to make decisions, and I think it's tricky for them, but I think they say they are dedicated to improve the game, so we'll have to wait and see. So yeah, if you like this work that I've done, I've spent a lot of time translating that. I hope my English is correct in this article. Feel free to send me any misspell or incorrect translation you would have spotted, incorrect wording. I will adapt that. So yeah, I have also published a new video on the channel, which is my tribute to Panzer Dragoon saga. So maybe you want to have a look at that. I hope you will enjoy it. Please tell me what you think about it. Basically, it's an extract from my other video, which is on my gaming channel. I would appreciate if you have a look on this channel. It's a new channel I'm starting to work on gaming more generally, not just Panzer Dragoon, more modern games, past games, old games, everything. So I have made a new video here about 10 games that moved me, and part 1 is already live here. So and yeah, Panzer Dragoon saga is part of that first part. If you like that, please support this channel, this video, because I put a lot of work into it, and I need your energy, your good vibes, positive vibes to give me the energy to make the second part. And yeah, that's it. Other than that, as you know, you can always support the channel with with donation. We still haven't covered the hosting fees and the domain, so if you want to help with this, you can always support us here by sending via PayPal directly at this address or with this button here. And lastly, don't forget we have a petition about our modern Panzer Dragoon. I think it's still important to support that, to show that we have more and more people who want a modern Panzer Dragoon game. And that's it for today, guys. So thank you, stay safe, stay home, and talk to you soon. Thank you, bye bye.